Good morning to all. Today we will start a different topic, that is something called arithmetic logic unit. In initial class, that block diagram of computer system, we had processor is one block, and within a processor you must have watched that there is a block is called the ALU. So, now in today's class we basically expand the ALU and what are the basic circuits should be available in ALU, that we will talk about. So, topic is ALU and we will be talking about from amateur. Arithmetic logic unit, okay. And book is some of the portion you must have studied digital electronics class, but for the continuity I will revise those portion. So, listen carefully and maybe in the next day this class you will have a totally new, whatever you probably you did not study those thing in earlier class. So, first we will talk about addition, and subtraction of signed number. Okay. So, first let us that, but say we have a truth table x I, y I, and then you should have C I, and then we have sum, and then we have carry out, that we know, right. So, suppose you want to add x I y I, then we get x I y n and there should be carry out C I. Okay. Let us say you want to add 1 1. So, x I is 1, y I is 1, then we will get results is 0 and then this is carry, okay, C I. Okay. So, similarly you can check for the other number also. Okay. So, now we will see only what will be the circuit for adding just 1 bit number to 1 bit number. So, say suppose you want to add 1 1 1 and then you want to add 1 0 1, then essentially you should have check is there in carry in from the previous bit position. So, then you add whatever the carry, that will come 1 1 0 1 1 0, and then here 1 1 0 and carry is 1, here 1 1 0 and carry is also 1. Now, you add 3 1. So, it will be 1 and then this should be final carry. Okay, that is the way we do the addition, and then corresponding circuit, what will be the corresponding circuit. So, we will have combination 0 0 0, 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, and 1 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, 1 1 1, and then sum, this is 0 0, it will be 0, carry will be 0, this will be 1, this will be 0, this will be also 1, this will be 0, 1 1 0, carry will be 1, this will be 1 0, 1 1 0 1, 1 1 0 1 1 1. Okay. So, that too we know. So, here corresponding sum, okay. Sum will be what? So, if you see the sum, okay, what do we know it? Sum will be x I y I, x I exclusive y I, and then what about the carry? So, C I plus 1, this should be C I plus 1. Okay. So, this should be C I plus 1. So, what will be the carry out? Carry out will be at what position? So, this will be 1, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 4, and then finally, what will get the results? You will get results is y I C I plus x I C I plus x I y I, that you can compute right here. So, this will be x I bar y I and C I plus this will be x I y I bar C I plus this will be x I y I C I bar plus x I y I C I. So, if you normalize, you will get this term. So, first from this 2 itself you will get x I y I, okay. Then you have this term. So, from here and combining with this term and this term, you will get what? You will get y I C I, and if you combine this one with this term, you will get x I C I. Okay. So, then you can write for what we can write? S I equal to x I plus y I, okay, x I plus y I plus C I exclusive, okay, and C I plus 1 equal to x I y I x I C I y I C I. Then what will be the circuit? So, let us say this is x I, this is y I, this is nothing but S I, okay. This is C I, and what about this one? Now, you have to form the circuit. So, okay. This is and get x I y I plus x I C I. So, here this is 1, this is x I C I, this is x I y I, and then y I C I, okay. So, you can have circuit here, okay. So, C I y I, so you take y I and then you have to take from C I. So, this will give you yi ci. This is OR circuit and this will give you what is that C I plus 1. Okay. So, this is something you can write it here. This is a full adder circuit. You have input x I y I and then you have input x I. So, this will be C I plus 1, this will be S I. So, from here you can see for S I, okay, how many gates do you need? You need only one gate. So, after giving input x I y I, you will get the results S I. Okay. You need only XOR gate, but to get this one you need 2 gates, because at the same time you are giving input here, here. That means 3 AND gates parallelly it can work, and after that OR gate. So, you need 2 gates, one is AND gate followed by okay. So, now in a related term there is something called gate delay, okay, that we will be exploring more. Basically it determines that how much one circuit should ideally take time for propagating the signal from input to output, but instead of time what it is done. So, we count the number of gate the signal process from input to the final output. So, therefore, here if you give the input x I, y I and c I, we assume that all inputs are given simultaneously at the input gate XOR, and then obviously if you get here then you will get the AND gate also. So, then how many gates it is passing to get the final output? Final output is S I. So, for output for sum it is taking 1 gate, if we have 3 input XOR gate, okay, because XOR is having here 3 input, and then for AND gate and then followed by OR gate. So, for carry out it is taking, so carry out signal it is taking 2 gates and then sum it is taking 1 gate. Okay. So, this is the conclusion we get from this diagram. Now, what is the objective? Objective to we have to have the adder circuit, that means it is not only adding 2 1 bit number, we have to add let us say n 2 n bits number. Okay, it is not only 1 bit. So, how do you construct the corresponding circuit? So, now we will talk about that so called the adder circuit here. Okay. So, before talking about the adder circuit, so what we do it, let us say we are talking about n bit adder. So, how do you do n bit adder? Say one way for doing n bit is, so let us say this is one full adder, this is another full adder, we have another full adder. So, we have another full adder. Okay. So, let us say 4 bit we want to add 2 4 bits number, let us say 0 1 1 1 1 0 0 1 we want to add it. Then for each bit position we will have the adder circuit, that is 4 bit adder. So, here we can write x 0 y 0, this will be x 1 y 1, this will be x 2 y 2, this will be x 3 and y 3. Now, what do we do here? Adding 1 1 we put 0 and then carry we propagate on the left side. Similarly, after adding here, that is, so let us say this block full adder 0, this is full adder 1, this is full adder 2, this is full adder 3. What we do it? We propagate the carry and then sum will be outputted here. So, this will be S 0 adding, and obviously there should be input, that is C 0. Now, this carry will be going here, this will be C 1, carry will be S 1. So, this will be C 2, this will be S 2, this will be C 3, this will be S 3, and this will be final carry C 4. So, now we will analyze the gate delay for this simple circuit, adding the 4 bits to 2 4-bit numbers. Okay. We are adding 2 4 bits number. So, now what will be the gate delay? As I said, for this full adder, for sum it will take 1 gate delay, and then for carry it will get 2 gate delay. Okay. So, for this position when signal, and then if you carefully see that signal is propagating, it is on the rightmost position to the leftmost position here. Okay. First it is this carry out is passing here, until unless this carry comes here, you cannot tell what will be the results here, that is one position. Okay. So, therefore, total delay, that is number of gate delay will be, this is 2, here this will also be 2, this will be also be 2, this one also will be 2. So, total gate delay for this adder circuit will be 8 to get the C 4. Okay. So, we can write gate delay will be, so 4 into 2, because we have 4 blocks. So, 8 for carry out C 4. Then what will be the sum? Sum will be up to this one, it is gate delay 1 2 3 3 6 plus here 1 7. So, gate delay for sum will be for sum S 3. This is one simple analysis. So, now what will be the gate delay for 232 bit, 232 bits number? What will be the gate delay here? So, it was twice n. Okay. N is 32. So, it will be 64. If it is 64, this will be 63 or less. So, now what you do it, we will find a adder subtractor, this is only for addition. Now, we will find the adder subtractor circuit. So, here we have subtractor. So, we have addition and subtraction, so all together. Okay. So, circuit is, we will use the full adder only. Say circuit is something, we draw it something like that. Here we do is something like that. Okay, what we do it? So, this will keep you x 0, x 1 to up to x n minus 1. So, n bit, and this side we will do little different. So, what we have y 0, y 1, y 2, y 3, and then we have n minus 1. But here what we do it? We will have a XOR circuit, and then here we have XOR circuit, XOR, here we have XOR, and XOR other input, that is one input is coming from y 0 1 1, y 0 1, y 1, y 2, y 3, other input will come from 1, that is logic 1. So, then whatever the value it will be, if this value is okay. So, this value is something called add or subtraction control, whether you want to add or subtract. If for addition you put 0, then whatever the value it will be excluding XOR with the input y 0, y 1, y 2. So, that means directly you are adding it. If you want to subtract it, so it will take the 2's complement of this value. So, if you put 1, okay. So, now what will happen? So, it will take the here we have the what is something called C 0, that should be added here. So, essentially what will happen? Say suppose I want to perform x plus y. So, x is this side. So, this side is x. Then this control. So, control will be 0. Then what you do it? Carry out is C is 0, that is simple adder circuit. Whatever the add, this value is coming 0. So, therefore, whatever the value. So, 0 with exclusive OR, what happened? If you give 0 with 1, it will be 1. If you give 0 with 0, it will be 0. So, therefore, whatever the input, that will remain. Okay. So, that will give you the addition. Now, what happened? If you put, if you want to do x minus y, then what we decided to do? We will do x plus 2's complement of y. So, how do you do the 2's complement of y? You have to take 1's complement and you have to add 1. So, that is we are doing. So, whatever the values, if it is 1, so whatever the values here is. So, if it is value is 1, so you are putting 1. So, this will be 0. If it is 0 and then you are putting value, so it will be 1. So, it is essentially it is coming as 1's complement and then you are adding 1 here. So, therefore, it is adding 1's complement plus 1. So, it is happening 2's complement and now you do for addition operation. So, this is something the adder and subtraction circuit altogether. So, now there is something to tell here. So, adder subtractor circuit, obviously it face the, there is something called overflow and underflow, right, that we studied earlier. So, there is a term is called the overflow and underflow. And how do you detect the there is overflow? In case of the addition, so in the significant bit, say x n and y n is basically sign bit, and before that if there is a carry, okay, so C n minus 2, if there is a carry and it is addition operation, so obviously there is a overflow. Okay. So, therefore, what we can do it, this x n y n and then if you add it, so you will get the s, what is that, s y n. So, if this carry is coming here, so if it is, let us say what will happen, let us say you are adding. So, 0 0 you are adding here. So, this is x n and then let us say this is x n and this is y n. So, what I write it here, this is n minus 1 position and this is n minus 2 position. Let us say this is 1, this is 1. Now, while you add it, so this position, let us say earlier this was 0, okay. So, now 1 1, so this will come 0 and then this will be carry out. So, C n minus 2, this will be 1. Now, if you add it here this carry, then what will be the sign? So, sign will change 1. Sign is changing when you are adding two number and sign is changing from plus to, so 0 0 to 1, that means there is a overflow. I restate it. Let us say you have a number here 0 1 1 or something like that, 0 1 0, another number is 0 1 0. Okay. So, let us, this is n 3 position. Now, you add it 0 0 0, now 1 1 0, what is that? Carry is going out from n minus 2 position. So, therefore, this is adder circuit, it will add. So, therefore, this will be what? This will be 1. So, while you are adding and then if the sign bit is changing, that means there is a overflow. So, that is my point. Okay. So, therefore, we can have a overflow bit in this way also we can identify what is that x n y n bar and sin s n 1 is 1. So, in that scenario this will be what another way around, if is x n y n and then what, then s n minus 1, this is 0, this is 0 and this is 1, then obviously there is a overflow bit 1. Another is situation. So, what you want to do it? Say suppose you want to add two negative number 1 1. Okay. So, then what will happen 1 1 it will be 0. Okay. If there is a carry out then again it will be 1, but if there is a overflow previously there will not be any carry out. So, if this is the case it is sign is changing. So, that time also there will be overflow. So, this is 1, this is 1 and what is that result is coming 1, that time also there will be overflow. So, therefore, along with that you can add a circuit to identify the overflow using x n, y n and s minus 1 this one. It is not only that, there is another way to identify is there any overflow or not. So, if C n and C n minus 1. So, let us say from this position whatever that is coming out. So, this is C n and this is C n minus 2 position. Okay. So, in that case what will happen? So, if it is 0 and C n minus is 1. So, in that case addition. Okay. In case of addition similarly this is 1 0 and in case of the subtraction this happen. That means, if carry out bit is 1 and even then C n is 0. So, in that case also if there is a change between the two carries from here. Okay. So, one is this position carry out, another is this position carry out. If there is a change then there is also overflow. You can take one example and verify it. Okay. That means, this sign bit position if there is a carry and in previous position if there is a carry we will check these two carry. If both are same, so there is no overflow or underflow. If both are different then there is a overflow and underflow. So, you can add one circuit here, let us say you can add C n and C n minus 1 and then you can add here. So, this is the circuit you can write another way to identify the overflow or underflow. Now, for this circuit we will analyze the gate delay. What will be the gate delay to get the final sum? So, here sum will come like so this will be S 0 to S what that n minus 1. So, what will be the gate delay? So, inside what is there? You have the full adder, right. So, therefore, n bit. So, how many gate delay there will be there? How many gate delay? So, carry out. So, this will be C 0. So, you have the say full adder here, you have a full adder here, you have a full adder, you have a full adder, so on. So, therefore, gate delay will be how much? Gate delay for C n position. Okay. How many? So, let us say 32 bit. So, gate delay will be 32 into 2. This is nothing but twice n. But what will be the gate delay for sum? Sum, as you understand, how do you compute the gate delay here? So, suppose this is a full adder, this is full adder, this is full adder, this is full adder. So, we will compute up to the before the last one, last say this is 1, this is 2, this is 3 up to third gate delay. We won't compute till the last. So, we will finish before the last one. So, this is the case. So, then how many gate delay for this will be 2, this will be 2, this will be 2. Okay. This will be also out will be, this will be also 2. So, then we will get what? So, up to this position we will get 2 into n minus 1 gate delay, and after that it will take only 1 gate delay. After giving input here it will take 1 gate delay, because we have only 3 input XOR gate. So, total gate delay will be 1. This is not the finish, because here at this position you have one more gate, right. So, again you have to take 1. So, total gate delay will be 2n minus 2 plus 2. So, in this particular this circuit, okay. So, total number of gate delay will be 2n for sum, and then gate delay will be for carry out also it will be carry out. If you carefully hit, if you see, so carry out only it will passing through full adder, not passing through XOR gate in the outside in this position. So, therefore, total gate delay for sum and the carry will be 64 bit, 64. So, but 64 gate delay is quite huge for only adding 232 bit numbers. Okay. So, therefore, we have to go for different circuit where the number of gate delay is drastically we can reduce the gate delay. Okay. So, therefore, next topic also we will be talking about the faster circuit. So, design of fast adder. Now, we will talk about design of fast adder. So, if I summarize, okay. So, here we go. So, we have Si equal to Xi, Yi and Ci, and then we learn Ci plus 1 equal to Xi Yi, Xi Ci and Yi Ci. So, what we can do it here, this is equal to Xi Yi, here Ci we can take common and then Xi plus Yi. What is this? This is nothing the carry out. So, whenever you have Xi Yi and you have a signal Ci input, okay. So, full adder is something like that we consider Xi Yi and this is Ci. So, this is something like that. So, now here if you add Xi Yi and then Ci, you will get the carry. So, this will be Zi and then carry I it will be x plus 1, Ci I plus 1. So, basically this will be 1, this that is Ci plus 1 will be 1 if Xi Yi is 1, that is definite. So, therefore, it is generating the carry, that is Xi Y is generating the carry. Now, if you see Xi Yi is not 1 any. So, if Xi is not equal to 1 or Yi not equal to 1, that means any one of the two input value is 0, then what will happen? So, simply that whatever the carry out is coming, it will propagate it. So, whether it will propagate this one or not, it depends on the value of Xi and Yi. If any one of the two's input is 1, then only it will propagate, right, because this will be 1, this will be 1 and this will be 1. So, then only it will propagate to, then Ci plus 1 will be 1. So, therefore, we should give different names. So, this is like it will generating the carry. So, this is something called generate, and whether this carry, that is input will propagate to the next level or not depends on this value of x I and y I. If x I and y I is 1, so it does not matter, obviously it will generating and then obviously it will propagate. But if this is 0, that means any one of these two values is 0, then it is not generating, but whether it will propagate or not, whether this value will propagate, this carry will propagate or not depends on whether x I and y any one of them is 1. So, therefore, this term is called propagate. Okay. So, therefore, what we write it, this is something called G I and this is we write P I C I, this is C I plus 1. Now, we will change the basic circuit in different way. Okay. So, what we can do it here, if you carefully see C I plus 1, when C I plus 1 will be 1, if x I and y I is 1, this can be 1 or depends on this part. So, now we will generate the circuit. I think I can go to the next page here. So, what we learn it? Yeah, S I equal to x I exclusive y I exclusive C I, and then what we learn it? C I plus 1 equal to G I plus P I C I, where G I is nothing but x I y I and P I is nothing but x I y I. Now, we draw the circuit here, is little different. Okay. How? So, let us say we have x I, we have y I, then what we should do? We have XOR and let us say this is C I. Okay. So, this is C I. So, instead of one input XOR, we are putting 2 gate. So, this will give you Z I. Now, what you have to do? You have to generate the G I. So, how, what is x I y I? So, you can take here x I y I is nothing but, so this will be G I, and what is next? P I. What is P I? P I is x and OR, right. So, what we computed C I plus 1 equal to x I y I plus C I into x plus y. Now, what you do it? So, if you see x I exclusive y I and x plus y. Okay. Now, you have the input x and y. Okay. What is that? 0 0 0, 0 1 1, 1 0 1, 1 1 0, and what about the XOR? 0 0 0, 1 0 1, 1 0 1, 1 1 1. So, there is not much difference between XOR gate and OR gate. So, you see 3 inputs they are matching, only not matching is for the input last input. Okay. So, now you analyze this Boolean equation. This will be 1 when x I and y I will be 1, this is one possibility. So, now this is 1 1. Okay. If it is 1 1, then obviously because of this AND gate, this will be automatically 1. So, no need for computing this part. is clear. Now, for all other cases there is no difference whether you write in XOR gate or OR gate, and for this XOR gate already you have the input here. Okay. So, you have the input here. So, this is nothing but the Pi. Why this will be correct, because at the end of the day you have to add these two values to get the Ci. So, you have to add Gi and Pi, you have to add it. Okay. So, to get the Ci, so what you have to do? You have to add this one, this will give a Ci plus 1. Sorry. So, here actually what you have to do, this is Pi, and then you have to add here, because this will give you Pi, and then you get this is Pi, okay, and then you add Ci, then you will get this Gi Ci Pi, and then you will get the Ci plus 1. So, now what you do, this circuit we will keep it differently. So, what we do it, first we analyze, we got the Gi, and then similarly we got the Pi also. So, this is not the complete circuit to get Ci plus 1, again I reiterate this one. Okay. Again this one I am saying, okay, to get the Gi Pi. So, you need this gate, this is one gate delay, and Pi will come automatically from XOR gate, because as you understand this is the only difference, but this is not required while computing Ci plus 1, because while this will be 1 1 1 Xi yi will be 1. So, that will automatically you will get the value from the Gi, and then what you do it. So, you have a you should generate again one what is called is one AND gate and then OR gate, and then you do it the operation. Okay. So, now our circuit is little change. So, what we do it? So, we have Xi, Yi and input is Ci, then we will have Si, we will get Gi and we will get Pi, and here we have the what is that AND and OR circuit, and OR to get the Ci plus 1. So, now we will talk, because this is for only one bit. Now, we will talk about, say let us say for n bit adder. So, here first we will go for the 4 bit adder, and then we will multiply with 4. So, multiple of 4 we will check it how we will construct the corresponding circuit. So, this special faster, why it is faster, that we will see. Okay, this carry, how we are generating carry. So, earlier in 32 bits adder we took, so let us say 4 bit adder we took 2n, right. So, 2n plus 2n is 2n means 4 means 8 gate delay. So, here what will be the gate delay? So, here simple way, that is for sum it will be 2 gate delay, and for carry what will be the gate delay? So, carry, as you understand, here we are generating this part using AND gate, this is also you are generating using AND gate, okay, and then we are ORing. So, therefore, this carry also will generate 2 gate delay. So, for sum is also 2 gate delay, for carry also 2 gate delay. Okay. So, now we will study something called carry look ahead adder. So, carry look ahead, and then basic cell we have identified Xi, Yi, we had Pi, Gi and then Si, and then obviously we have the input Ci, and obviously we should have output C I plus 1 using some circuit here. So, that is first is and then OR. So, what we do, what we learned earlier, that is C I plus 1 equal to G I plus P I into C I, where no need to mention G I equal to X I Y I, that is AND gate, and P I equal to what? X I Y I. Now, if I generalize it, okay, so what do we get it? C I plus 1 equal to G I plus P I, again C I, if you replace it C I with in terms of this one, what do you get it? P I into G I minus 1 plus P I minus 1 into C I minus 2, right. So, again you can do it. So, therefore, let us say you start with C 1, C 1 will be G 0 plus P 0 C 0. So, let us say simple circuit. So, x 0, x 1, x 2, x 3, y 0, y 1, y 2, y 3, here input is C 0. Now, what will be the C out? Generalized part, C out will be G 1 plus P 1 and C 1. Here you can write G 1 plus P 1, P 1, and what is the value of C 1? C 1 is already here. You can write G 0 plus P 0 C 0. So, therefore, we can write G 1 plus P 1 G 0, P 1 P 0 C 0. Now, C 3 summon you can write G 2 plus P 2 C 2. Now, if you change here replace it, G 2 will remain G 2 plus P 2 and C 2. What is C 2? C 2 is this one entirely term. So, G 1 plus P 1 G 0 P 1 P 0 C 0. So, this is G 2 plus P 2 G 1 plus P 2 P 1 G 0 P 2 P 1 P 0 C 0. Similarly, C out will be G 3 plus P 3 C 3. Now, you replace it G 3 plus P 3 entire C 3, C 3 is nothing but entire term. So, it will be P 3 into G 2, P 3 into P 2 G 1, P 3 into P 2 P 1 G 0, P 3 into P 2 P 1 P 0 C 0. So, what is the beauty of this part? While computing C 4 you are independent of C 3, while computing C 3 you are independent of C 2. So, in this equation C 4 there is nothing called C 3, right. So, therefore, input C 0, that is you will get the at the initial stage. So, therefore, all carry out bit, that is C 1, C 2, C 3 you can generate simultaneously. Once the input G I P I is available, G I P I is when it will be available, that is whenever you have that X I Y I G I P I is available. So, therefore, G 3 you will get, G 2 you will get, G 1 you will get, similarly P 3 everything you will get after single gate delay. Why single gate delay? Here if you carefully here G I will be generated after ANDing, similarly P I is after XOR gate. So, G I P I will be generated after one gate delay. And what about the sum? Sum is 2 gate delay because you have the XOR 2 XOR. So, then sum will be generated, first sum will be generated after Xi yi will be generated after 2 gate delay, and then Gi Pi will be generated after 1 gate delay. Now, what you have to do, then all Ci, C2, C3 will be generated if you know all these value, and C0 will be the input. Okay. So, then what will be the total gate delay for this circuit? So, you have to remember this part. Okay. So, if you see carefully, C0 is G0, P0, C0, it is in terms of C0. So, it is not terms of any other value. Similarly, C2 is coming here, okay. It is also in terms of C0 and G0 is in other value, you got those values. G0, P0 will be automatically generated after 1 gate delay, not automatically, after 1 gate delay. So, if I sum up here, what is happening here? So, we have input x0, y0, and then we have a circuit, that is few minutes before we have the input C0, we are generating G0, we are generating P0, we are generating some S0. For S0, that is 2 gate delay. Because you have one XOR, another XOR. G0 is 1 gate delay, P0 is 1 gate delay. Now, what will happen? This is another circuit, another full adder, that is that basic cell. This is X1, Y1. Okay. This should be also input C1. So, here also we have G1, we have P1, we have some S1, similarly X2, Y2, S2, G2, P2, we have X3, Y3, G3, P3 and S3. What we said कि after giving input x0, y0, this is nothing but the G0 will be generated after AND gate, because that is we know, that is Zi equal to xi yi. So, this will be generated, this will be generated, this will be generated, this will be generated automatically. Similarly, P0, P1, P2, P3 will be all generated, and then sum will be generated after 2 gate delay. So, G0, P0 is 1 gate delay and sum is 2 gate delay. Now, this circuit should need the input C1, this circuit also need the input C2, this circuit should need the input C3, that we already computed. And for generating this one, what essentially we need a circuit. So, that will here, what we do it, we add it here. So, what if you remember here, C1 is equal to G0 plus P0 C0, we have G0 P0, then what you have to do? You have to AND and then you have to OR this one. So, this is nothing but AND OR logic circuit. So, this will generate the C1. So, we add this C1. While generating the C1, at the same time we will generate the C2. C2 again we have to go back earlier. So, C2 is here G1. Okay. So, C2 is something here, you can find from here, this that is also what, this is AND, this is also AND and then. So, this is nothing but AND and OR circuit. So, therefore, we can say this also can be generated using AND and OR logic simultaneously, means without, after giving the input G0 P0, we need OR gate and then AND gate, that means here we need 2 gate delay. Similarly, C4 and then similarly we will get C4. This is something called carry look ahead circuit, CLA, carry look ahead adder. So, then what will be the total gate delay for this one? See, this sum will be generated here, this sum also will be generated, but this sum is not the correct sum, because input has to go here. After going input only it will compute. Already if you carefully see the circuit here, xi, yi, and then you have this one, that is Ci. So, after going here it will take only one gate delay. So, therefore, after generating this one, how long it will take, how many gate delay for generating this one? So, this is generating G0, P0, it is taking 1 here. So, for all carry out signal will be available after 1 plus 2, it is 3 gate delay. So, this one will be 3, this will be 3, this will be 3. So, after generating this 3, okay, so then this sum will be computed. So, after generating this is already computed, there is no need for carry forward again. So, this sum will be computed, this sum will be computed here. So, sum will be computed, for final sum will take one more gate delay, because if you see whatever the computed value xi, yi, and now this value will come and then this will results will change, but that is not getting propagated nowhere. So, therefore, this last XOR portion can work simultaneously. So, therefore, the sum will be available after 4 gate delay. Am I right, or it will take more? That we will see in the next class.